Welcome to episode 26 of Skippable Cutscenes. Can I have everyone introduce themselves? Marissa.
Hi, I'm Marissa. I play Vera. I suppose I'm a bard.
Okay. Cleo.
Hi, I'm Zombie Cleo, and I play Gilly.
Will.
I'm Will, and I play Steph.
Lisa.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I play Judgment, the Tiefling Dragonborn Sorceress.
Our heroes have returned to the town of Corrin to intercept the Weaver's disciple before she can unleash her destructive magics. After informing Captain Sweet of the situation, our heroes are hired to resolve a local protest that will free up guards to help lock down the port.
Where did Vera and Step go again? What was her name?
They went to Captain Sweet in the Port Cash Trading Company office, and both you and Gilly, I believe, found their way to the same pub.
I'm typing out my notes again.
So, Judgment, Gilly, Brian, and 12 are in the Chubby Fish, a pub on the island of Carina, drinking.
Yes.
What are you doing in the time that Vera and Step were out charming the populace?
I am talking to 12. Gilly is just sort of pouring out her heart to Brian and 12 about the fact that she thinks she's probably pissed off Judgment quite a lot, and she shouldn't have done it, and she feels really guilty. And they're just sitting there nodding because they have... One can't speak to me, and the other one is Brian.
Meanwhile, I'm just laying flat on my back on the docks, like somewhere on the wood. I assume that there's like wooden docks, and I'm just enjoying the sun, pondering upon my wonderful night with Gilly, and wondering why she didn't like my present. But you know,
taking in the smell of rotten
fish.
possum
Yes. Mm-hmm.
flesh.
Yeah.
Are you sitting with your feet like off the edge, dipping them in the water?
No, I'm
Thinking
flat on my
about-
back. I'm lounging about, like I'm just laying there enjoying the sun.
A guard eventually comes up to you, Judgment, and says, "You can't lay here. We have work to do. Please find a place or somewhere else to be."
I get up and I look him up and down and I say, "What do you mean we have work to do?" Psh. And then I walk away.
Okay. Do you find yourself to one of the pubs?
Sure, yeah. I'm gonna enter the same pub where Gilly and Brian and 12 are.
Yeah, you
And,
first open the door to the rigger, and it's a bunch of dude bros, and you're like, fuck that shit. And then you head on down a block to the Chubby Fish, and it's a much better crowd. And Gilly, Brian, and 12 are there.
And all three of us just stare at you like we've just been talking about you.
Yeah, and I see you looking at me, and I give you the broadest smile I can muster. And I'm like, hi.
Hi. Do you want a drink? I'll go get you a drink. Go sit down. It's fine. I'm going to go get a drink.
Oh, I was about to offer you a drink, but thanks.
All right, you go to the bar and get her a generic ale that's going to cost 4 copper pieces.
I think I can afford it.
And you bring it back to her.
Sorry, say that again?
And I assume you bring it back to the table or to her.
Oh, yeah. I get... I mean, do they have
You get
anything
around.
fancy? Do they have anything fancy at this pub?
They do. They have wine. They have a couple of alarm clocks.
Sorry, that was my doorbell. I didn't realize
like an
it was
old-timey phone.
audible.
It's probably an actual ringer attached to an old building, something like that.
Someone's prank calling the bar.
Is there a Seymour Butts here? Anyway, yeah, they have some fancier beers too. They've got
I will get...
they've got some local microbrew that has a little hint of greenberry peel in it.
Okay. I shall get whatever the local good stuff is. So.
All right. It is a standard ale, but with a hint of greenberry tartness on the end of it.
Gilly is a little bit grumpy that it's got greenberry in it, but that's fine. It's not her that's drinking it. It's fine.
What's greenberry, anyways?
It's the thing.
Gosh, don't you remember episode 1?
It's the thing that's
And two?
destroying the local environment.
Oh, okay.
Part of the reason why Gilly came here
I see.
Yeah, she's gonna bring over this thing to you. But yeah, there you go. It's fine.
Lovely.
It's got green berries in it, apparently.
Oh, that's disappointing. Knowing how you feel about them.
Oh wow! Okay, we're doing it this way, are we?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely sucking up to you. If you
No, you're
hadn't
not.
noticed.
You're doing the opposite.
Wait, I thought you didn't like green berries.
Oh, I don't. But you're saying it, and it's like the way you say it is just sort of like, well, that's how you must feel about me, then, isn't it?
Oh God, no! You're reading way too much. We need to work on our relationship. Not that we have a relationship as such.
Oh, well, that was your decision.
Okay, let's do this.
Oh God, no.
Hang on a moment, by the way, because I have lots of background noises that are going to be painful for you. I think they're done now. All right, so I'm going to take Gilly aside and say, look, I need to talk to you for a second if we can.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that I really like you, and I hope my simple present didn't offend your sensibilities, because I was trying to get you something magical and I wasn't able to. But yeah,
What are you talking about? The bean?
Yes.
Oh no, I love that shit.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, good.
okay,
I was
right.
worried.
Oh
Right, so
no,
we're
you don't
good
need to be
then?
worried about that. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
that's good.
right.
Okay, let's drink.
Okay, yeah. Gilly's gonna go and down her drink and then go for more.
Yeah, I'm raising my glass and I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of toasting in the air towards you.
Gilly
and I'm
is
like,
already
yes.
drinking at this point.
Oh yeah, I'm pouring it down my throat as well.
Yeah.
All right,
Gilly's-
good. So that's all cleared up.
That's all cleared up.
I wonder what's keeping Step and Vera.
If they would head to a pub at this time, they would be walking in around this time, I think. If that is
Sure.
Oh,
where
there
I'd
they
like
are
to go
right
after.
now.
All right. So Vera
Speak
and
of
Steph
the devil
walk
and
in,
they shall appear.
and Brian's like, "Is that how that works?"
Yes. That is exactly how it works.
Okay.
Said, what are we doing here again? That is in character to the other people who are
Okay.
in
What's the name of the island again?
You're on the island of Corina in
yeah,
the town of Corin.
Right, so we've got to go and save the world from a dastardly man-eating vine.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
That's done by an orc wizard. Do we know her name?
Jill.
Is it done by an orc? Gilly doesn't know this. What?
It's the
Miss
wizard
Jill?
person. Or
You,
Oh my
seriously,
God.
no one's
magical?
told me this. I didn't. What?
Okay, the Weaver.
Oh, the Weaver,
Yeah.
right.
The Weaver
Oh,
is
the
the
Weaver.
human.
I didn't think the Weaver was here. Are you saying the Weaver?
No, the Weaver isn't here. The Weaver is sending somebody.
Oh, who's the
She's
Why didn't
sending
you say
Jill,
that?
who is an orc woman,
Mm-hmm.
to
Girl.
young
Child.
woman, to use one of the same kinds of wicker scrolls.
Well, we remember
that was
where we
used
got the
before.
last one. We'll just go out there and smack her a bit.
I mean, sure.
Gilly is just downed like an entire pint, so she's big on the bravado at the moment. So
Yeah, I'm with her.
I mean, I'm okay with that. If that's what it takes.
right, let's go. Why are we still here then?
So,
Because you're here drinking.
but why are we getting
Waiting for
involved
you.
even? Like,
Sorry?
what's going on?
Huh?
So,
Why are we
What?
getting involved? Because that's part of our job. That's what we
it's
got
just
hired
the four
for.
of us then?
No, we did get hired for this. We extended our contract. Remember?
Oh, did we? Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
we
Yes.
did.
Last time, yes. Okay. So it's just going to be the four of us against her again?
They have a bunch of guards here. If we can get rid of the angry crowd in front of the possum ship, then
Why would we do that?
well, we get paid.
Huh? I didn't agree to that. What?
We agreed to that. Me and Steph.
On
Okay.
behalf of us?
Well, if you don't want to get paid, then that's okay. You don't have to join.
What's the agreement precisely?
The precise agreement is if
I'll look
get
at
rid
Step.
of the angry
Step.
crowd.
Step, can you show me what the agreement was? Because I know
No, because it's stuck inside this guy.
That's why I'm asking Step. Step, is there any way for you to show me what the agreement was that you agreed to?
Did you hire me?
No, but I'm part of that agreement,
There's
apparently.
this confidential information.
Well, in that case, good luck.
Between me and my employer.
Order another ale. You want one, Gilly?
No, we still have a different agreement that we did agree to. You guys did
I'm
agree
quite
to for
happy
sure.
to go into the forest and deal with...
Yeah, Vera does have your 60 gold pieces each.
I'm not giving them that money yet. They're
Okay.
You already have, because I asked if I could add it right away or if you wanted to roleplay with it.
I mean,
okay, but I physically have not been to you.
Well,
Fine, here's your damn money. I'm pissed off and I walk out the door.
all right.
Okay,
Vera
that
walks
was a
out the
fruitful
door.
conversation. Thanks!
bye. More ale for us.
Is there anywhere you would like to go, Vera?
I'm gonna go mingle with the crowd. Because screw
Crowd that you
giving
just
these
tried
people
to
a
charm?
cut. Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to them and find out what's up with them.
You should go, start a different chant.
No, I'm just gonna talk to them
Let
and
them
find out
go.
what they want and other than just killing them, what are their main problems, and maybe if we can solve them while we're out doing other things, then I'll get 6,000 gold.
All right.
That's me splitting it
roll,
with Step because the other two didn't agree with anything.
Roll an investigation check to sort of find someone interesting to talk to.
All right, I'll investigation.
I guess I'm with Vera as well because I'm.
I rolled 9.
It's my current job.
Okay. You definitely find people to talk to. They are angry. Most of them are saying these little shits ruined my business, or my wife's leg is broken, and a couple of people have complained, say that they lost a husband or a child in the battle,
Yeah.
Why not get a new one?
and they want blood. They want justice, or what they call justice.
Well, I mean, it looks like the ones who actually did the fighting already are dead.
Roll a persuasion check for one person.
That's a 21.
You seem to have convinced one extra person.
Okay.
There are maybe 1,000 left.
Okay.
1,000.
No, this is a reason why Captain Sweet has to dedicate a bunch of guards to keeping the crowd contained and not storming the boat and setting it on fire.
Is it a secret that somebody's going to set off something and try and destroy the town?
I have not said anything about it.
Captain Sweet knows, and you guys know.
Okay, I know how to get rid of all of them.
Bomb! There's a bomb!
I stand up. I make myself extra tall by making myself thinner.
Okay.
And I say in my deepest voice,
It's the Golden Hero.
crowd, there is someone coming to destroy the town. It is going to happen anytime between the next minute and the next day.
Well, it's okay. You say that, but okay.
If I were you, I would all leave town for maybe a day or two. And do it very, very quickly. No need to go home.
Roll a persuasion check.
I'm going to laugh so hard if the golem ends up persuading them more than the bard could.
If I recall, his persuasion is actually pretty high.
17?
A lot of them seem to say that no, we're staying to defend our town, and some of them even get angrier and think that they're going to go grab some pitchforks or whatnot.
Well, at least they're in fighting mood.
Okay.
Pitchforks aren't going to do anything.
They don't know that.
Pitchforks
I'm
aren't
telling
going
them
to
that.
do anything.
Yeah.
It'll be instantaneous. You will
How
all die.
inspirational.
Well, no, it won't be instantaneous. I told them the story about how the plants.
Oh, that's right. You did tell them the story about that.
How the plants, destroyed the town.
It'll be
that the
almost
possums came from.
instantaneous.
It'll be very quick, actually.
A couple of paces away from the main crowd, you see a small tiefling girl, also probably 14 maybe, sort of holding up some flyers and not talking about murdering a bunch of possums. She seems to be talking about something else.
What did the flyer say?
Oddly enough, she seems to have a handcrafted zine about saving the local mason bee.
What?
The what?
The
The
what?
local mason, the
it's a
Corin,
bee, like an actual bee, like a
as
like
in
an insect.
yeah, the mason bee.
Okay.
And her zine has all sorts of cute drawings in it, and goes over the life cycle of the Karina mason bee, about how they
This person sounds like Giddy's best friend.
they find little holes, and then they use mud to pack up their larvae, and how
Okay.
the
we don't
honeybees
need to know
that
their life story.
No, I do.
and the honeybees that they've brought in to help pollinate the greenberry crop are harmful to the environment, because not only do they they do a fine job of pollinating the greenberry stuff, but there's some native wildlife that, because the shape of their head or whatever, they end up like chewing through the bottom of the flower of some other plants and causing all the nectar to spill out. Whereas mason bees are adorable and fluffy, so instead of being meticulous about gathering pollen, they sort of belly flop in there. And these are all cute drawings, by the way. So when they go from flower to flower, they leave a whole bunch of pollen behind, and it's really sad that so many flowers and other plants are dying because people want to make honey.
Okay.
And the last page is all dad jokes.
Read us two.
Yeah, I
Hi.
need to hear them. I need
Hi.
to hear the dad jokes, actually.
Oh God.
Okay, let's see the dad jokes.
God damn it! You're making me.
Those other bees better behave.
A bee that will not stop eating will eventually become a little chub bee.
Oh,
I love this kid.
You're not here, Gilly, unless you want to be.
I mean,
we haven't been invited. We're drinking.
we're drinking, and to be fair, she's just stormed out. I don't think Gilly's of the kind to follow people if they're cross.
Oh, there's one joke here that says bees are better than beans. That's not really a joke. I don't know what that.
I'm glad I
Anyway,
didn't hear
these
that.
bee puns all really sting.
That's better.
Can I ask the relevance?
I don't know. What's the relevance?
You, small girl, what is your relevance?
I'm selling these zines because I want to save the local mason bee.
Okay.
They're important
I see.
they're important to the life cycle of the island.
Uh-huh.
I see the relevance, but I'm not
Well,
there.
that's okay. You don't need to do that anymore because the island's probably going to be destroyed in
Yeah.
less than 24 hours.
Her
He's got
eyes
a
go
point.
wide. From what?
Kudzu vines.
That doesn't make any sense.
Does if there's magic.
She scratches her head. My dad's magic. Well, he has a magic thing.
What is his magic thing?
She sort of like groans and is like, he uses it to make himself look different.
Okay.
My dad's a skeleton.
Oh.
What?
What?
Yeah.
I mean, not really, but
I mean, aren't we all?
it's part of his shtick.
Oh God, does he make a lot of skeleton puns?
Did he write the puns in the back of the zine?
He did.
Okay. can
Well,
we
I
talk
bet
through
he's
that?
got a bone to pick with the vines then.
That wasn't very humorous.
I was like, all right. She takes you to. It's really not that far away. It seems to be a printer shop, and it is literally Skeleton Dad's printer shop.
Skeleton Dad's printer shop. Hi, Skeleton Dad.
It's like, hi, and he seems to be a skeleton, but you're based on what she said, you're pretty sure it's an illusion of some
I
sort.
poke him in the ribs.
Your finger seems to stop before you hit his ribs, and he's like, ow.
Sorry.
No, it's
I heard you like rib tickling.
it's an illusion, and he pulls off a scarf, and as he does, his form just turns into a tiefling adult male.
Oh.
And he's like, for some reason, people seem to like tieflings less, or find skeletons more trustworthy than tieflings, so it's been good for my business. Anyway, he puts it back on.
I've seen
so he's
behind the curtain.
Skeleton again. What was that?
I've seen behind the curtain.
It's like, our curtains are closed. I mean, that's where our printing equipment is. I usually like to not get too much dust from the door to get on top of it.
I don't know. Can we make some kind of flyer to... Oh, fucking no.
Why are we here?
I don't know. I don't know
Why
what's
are you
going
here?
on. I don't know what we're supposed to do. I don't understand this possum puzzle. We don't have anybody to fight. Like, there's no dungeons to explore. I don't know what I'm doing.
Are there dragons at least?
Well,
No!
Well, I mean,
Save the possum.
okay, just out of
This is the
character
part
for
in
a
an adventure
second.
game where you just wander around using every item.
All right,
Like, I'm
Rob,
gonna
is he
stick like
advisable
every...
something
Like, what do I
else?
have in my inventory? Oh,
what do you have in your inventory?
I have
I've got half
I got
a
a
handle.
boots of
I've got
false
the
tracks.
moon
Can I use that? I'm
amulet.
gonna walk backwards.
And Skeleton Dad's like, I wanted to tell a skeleton pun, but I didn't have the guts for it.
Okay, I'm gonna start pixel hunting in Skeleton Dad's printing shop.
Okay, but
Okay, roll an investigation check.
Okay.
whatever. I'm not even there.
We're gonna make a giant sign that says "The end is nigh" and just go
10.
outside. And,
You find no pixels.
all right, I'm gonna. Skeleton Dad, can you help
Yes.
evacuate the town?
Why do we need to evacuate the town?
Okay, you seem to know something about magic, and your daughter seems to know something about nature, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Honestly, her mom was. He looks a little sad. Was more into that than I am, but yeah, I like to support everything that she likes.
you know how? Okay. Long story short, there's a bad lady named the Weaver who is trying to come up with some kind of nefarious plan, which involves creating setting off these scrolls that are made out of wicker, and they are building something. And when they set them off, the natural powers of the island run wild, and they destroy everything in their vicinity. And she already tried once here, but now she's trying again. But it's possible that it failed the first time because of the damage being done to nature. But there's no way to make sure that is why that the town is still safe from that. In any case, bad things are going to happen, and getting anybody to care is surprisingly difficult.
He scratches his bony chin. I mean, if you need us to print flyers, we can offer those services.
Yeah, I'm going to print flyers that say like, free couch. And it's going to be like on the other side of the island, like somewhere kind of safe.
Who goes for a couch? Food.
Weren't they complaining about that?
Free all-you-can-eat buffet.
Oh yeah, free all-you-can-eat buffet.
How about you decide what you want? It sounded like you might have a larger group than just you two, and you can. My daughter can help
The other
you.
two are busy getting drunk and hitting on each other.
The little girl is like, it's like I can show you how it's supposed to be laid out, and she grabs a piece of paper actually a couple pieces of paper that sort of have little margins covered on them, and we can work and do this, so then we can save the bees after we save the town.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, destroying the town might actually be good for the bees. Who knows?
Not if the bees are located within the town.
Oh
She thinks about it. It's like, huh.
I mean, but then everybody around you will be dead, so...
Including Bone Dad.
Oh, yeah. So I guess it's a net loss.
All right, so you have acquired the tiefling daughter, whose name. Where's my list?
What, like an item?
Yes, you literally stuff her into your gaping
Do not
golden
steal
maw.
children.
It's just good life advice. Don't steal children. It goes badly.
Step turns around, picks up the child, and it goes da 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 da.
Why do I not have? Where's my tiefling names? There we go. Aw. No.
Are you looking for a name for the little girl?
Yeah.
Can you go get the other two?
Or Hope?
Sure.
Tieflings are called
Yeah.
by adjectives.
Yeah, I know. Hope was what I said ought to, and I was like, is there anything that's funny?
I go to the what was it called? The chubby fish?
Yeah, the chubby fish. With Hope, presumably following you. And maybe Vera?
I was
no, I was just going to
telling
get
Steph
the
to
other
go
two.
get them for a reason.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I get to the bar.
All right. They are in there. Brian is being hit on by a dude, and everyone else is around the table getting drunk.
I walk up behind Brian and put my hand on his shoulders, and then address the group.
The other guy who was hitting on him just backs away. It's like, oh, I'm sorry.
Gilly is paying
So-
attention, yes.
So long story short, we found Bone Dad.
Who's Bone Dad?
He's a skeleton dad. He's going to help us print flyers. We're going to apparently trick everyone into going to the other side of the island to get them away from the town,
Why are we getting them away from the town?
because the town is going to be destroyed if we
Okay,
don't.
yeah, right. I know that, but why do we need... What? Can't we just go and punch, like, the person that's going to destroy it instead?
To be fair, if we get everyone away from the town, then the only person left is the person trying to destroy the town.
Unless they go with them.
Well, then she can't go to the place to destroy the town.
Can't
I
we
mean,
know...
do they want
right,
to destroy the
okay,
town or the
okay.
people? Like the town or like
Also,
the town?
secondary, we've been paid to get rid of all of the possums out. Hang on.
What?
I'm a bit mixed up.
What?
Secondly, we've been paid to get rid of all the people protesting outside of the possum ship. So getting them away from the town means we get paid for that. It's,
Sorry, what,
12.
what possum ship?
There is a ship full of refugee possums floating off the docks. There is a bunch of people protesting who want to kill the possums. Captain Sweets is paying us 12,000 gold pieces to get rid of them.
Are they the possum pirates?
No, it's the Possum Pirates Possum Posse.
This is why you never split the party.
Okay, right, so... The families of the possums are in the ship, being blamed for
Yes.
something their leaders did. Why
Yep.
can't they just let them sail away?
To save face, apparently.
Politics.
Okay, how about...
We
I heard one of them
set
mention the
them
word
off
politics.
in the night.
Why don't we
Why
just...
don't we just, go on the docks at night and let them sail
Can't
off?
we just, like, make out that the ship is burning and then we just cut the ropes and it sails out to sea?
These are all good plans. First of all, I've been told to fetch you to go to this Bone Dad's shop.
Who?
Bone Dad!
Bone Dad.
Weren't you paying attention when I asked about Bone Dad a second ago? Oh my goodness, Bone Dad is a dad who's got bones? I don't know.
Okay.
Gilly is
Skeleton
very
father.
drunk.
All right, so do you guys follow step back to Skeleton Dad's printers?
Yeah, I'll go now that I know that there's actually something to do. Yep.
Sure.
All right. You arrive in a print shop. It smells of that like thick, waxy ink smell. If you've ever smelt that, it smells like that. And there is a ambulatory skeleton talking to Vera with a small tiefling girl, 13-ish years old, next to them.
Hey, what's going on?
Tiefling family.
Oh, hiya.
We agreed to another job.
I'm gonna go up to the little girl and say,
Okay.
I love your
So
horns.
Or I guess.
Thank you. They're actually a little stubby, like they're still growing, so they're like baby goat nubs.
Oh yeah, but I can see that they will be magnificent.
Oh, they're going to be majestic. And she says this. Oh, they're going to be majestic like my mom's.
I can tell. I love it. Make sure you put enough lotion on them though, because otherwise they'll get scaly at the ends like mine. See, and I show her.
Oh. I don't know. I never heard about that.
Yeah.
My name's Hope.
My name's Judgment. So,
It's a pretty name.
are you helping my friends here?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on?
So, my dad, who's a skeleton, and she points to skeleton dad, who is talking to Vera and making a pun about
wave.
trombones,
I believe I'd like to
is
hear
going to
said
print out
pun.
flyers. Oh, it's... He's seeing that Vera has a bunch of instruments hanging off of her, like a violin and a flute and stuff, and he's like, you know, the one instrument that a skeleton can play is the trombone.
Really, you play the trombone?
No. It's
It was
just
a funny.
Oh,
Punny. Yeah, Gilly's going to go over to Vera and say, what's going on?
we have we've been offered additional money to get the crowd to disperse.
All right.
Or, well, technically, to have some option that does not involve killing a boat full of possum babies and, you know, a boat full of refugees.
Yeah, she doesn't want to kill them, but she also doesn't want to, I don't know. She wants
Let them go?
Well, that's not an option.
Why?
Okay.
What's her reasoning
Because
for
the
that?
town will destroy, the townspeople will get incredibly angry if she does that.
And what's the consequence of that?
The consequence of the townspeople getting angry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you don't get paid.
She's the captain,
well, we don't
right?
get paid, and there's a mob rioting outside of our employer.
Right. Point taken.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
So I feel like somehow like this is secondary to finding that person with the scroll.
Yeah, I kind of
mean-
do too.
Which, that's another option. We could do that.
Just ignore it all and ignore the gold.
I mean,
and just
I don't think-
get rid of
remember,
the attack.
We also get paid far more for doing something about that situation.
to help with intercepting the disciple coming in, they need resources which are currently deployed, maintaining the crowd from or stopping the crowd from rioting.
Thank you, voice in my
you
head.
have to get the
I
cheese to get
understand
to the
clearly
mouse
now.
to get the cat to get out of the thing so that you can get the key.
Do you think they would head for the hills if what's it called when the ground tremors?
Earthquake?
Earthquake.
Yeah, if that were to happen, do you think they
Can you
would
make
like?
an earthquake?
Well, yes, I can. I have thaumaturgy. Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy. It doesn't. It causes a fairly localized, like rumbling shake. It's almost like the ground is purring like a cat,
It doesn't
not like.
say that. It says you cause harmless tremors in the ground for a minute.
Yeah,
So,
but it does have a range and
30 feet.
and a thing.
so
That's the range of it, I think.
oh yeah.
Okay.
Not necessarily the size of the effect.
So
But then still, I mean, if you have a very localized tremor, then panic would strike, and as soon as panic is there, then everybody starts panicking, right?
Everybody hates that guy.
No, but like, I mean, seriously, if you're in a crowd and a handful of people start panicking and start running away, are you going to
sounds
just stand there?
responsible.
I mean, I guess so. I suspect that
it's a lot of people. I'm assuming we
Yeah,
passed
that's
them sort of
true.
on the way.
yeah.
I mean, right, the best and easiest way to deal with it is figure out somewhere where these possum pirates can live, because we saw what happened to their home. I'm gonna
Right.
pat 12 on the head. We saw what happened to their home. We know what's going on. We know that they are just displaced refugees. Okay, which
Skeleton Dad butts in and says, "I also play the saxophone."
Oh, and 12's got to be wearing like a disguise. So he's wearing like a big hood, like over him.
Yeah, he just looks like a really hunched halfling at the moment.
Yeah, looks like a really...
Right.
Step says, "What's a saxophone?"
Cringe.
No, that's literally the noise that Gilly is making at that point.
Now, I do agree. I don't know that the...
That instrument.
I don't know... Yeah. I don't know that the guards are necessarily the best option for stopping, but they are the most profitable option.
On the other hand, if we let the town be, the guards have the situation under control, and at least the people won't be in our way while we try and fight with this magical creature person.
She may have an illusion, though, but she also may not be docking at the town. My understanding was that we have...
She may be hiding in the crowd, actually.
She may be.
From your guess of the time that you took getting here, it would be very unlikely that she would have arrived yet.
Okay.
Okay, so
I could.
if she's not going to be here, then... Sorry, I interrupted you. I apologise.
No, I could get the possums away from the ship into the forest by hiding them inside myself, one at a time.
Yeah, but
or
we've
two
got
at a time.
Then what are we going to do? I mean, once they're all off the ship, we can set fire to the ship. And oh no, all dead. I mean, but you are
Could
really
you finally get to burn
conspicuous.
something down?
I could even sail the ship out and then set fire to
no,
it,
no.
so no one can check
No,
the
no, no.
wreckage.
If anybody's setting fire to anything, it's gonna be me.
No, I mean because I'll survive and then I'll just walk back to land.
Oh, trust me, I'll survive.
Okay. How are we not killing the possums here?
If we evacuate them via step, but we need to find a place for them to go and a way for them to get. Yeah, I mean, step's really
How many are
freaking
there?
conspicuous, but
That is a good
Dude,
question.
how many possums can I
you
fit
could
inside
ask.
myself?
Actually, I'd say the little girl would know. She's like, "Oh, I heard there's exactly 107."
that's easy. That's like
There's one of the guards
33
stuff out.
trips.
Yeah,
It's 33 trips in your mouth.
you'll just
Right.
pretend to be their lawyer.
We could disguise. I mean, it is possible to disguise you. I mean, surely someone
do you
here
still have that
has
wig?
a disguise kit of some description, or has a spell that disguises someone.
Nope.
I have a disguise kit.
Perfect. Give yourself
Yeah,
a
didn't you wear a
moustache.
wig at some point? I also have a disguise kit, by the way.
I mean, we can just
I
change
mean, I
your
do,
skin
but
color,
I'm not going to
and we can pretend
disguise.
we can pretend you're a cop, and then
Oh, I'll do the makeup.
He's gonna just step with cop glasses.
I mean, the anchor is a
And a
problem.
mustache.
Though, I have to admit. Is there any way you can let go of the anchor for this?
I'll leave it here and I put it down in the shop.
You're gonna need your gun and your badge and your anchor.
All right, so where are we taking them? Okay, I think it's time to go back to Sweet and then say, okay, we figured out a way to get them out. Where can we take them? Where's a viable place? Where can we send them? We can get them out of the city and then burn the ship.
Okay.
All right. So you shuffle on back to the Port Cassia Trading Company post, inform Captain Sweet of your plan, and she nods and like, okay, I think this can work. Where to get them to?
Yeah.
I missed that. What did you say?
Where to get them to? Because it doesn't look like any of the single ships in the harbor are large enough to hold that many. The ships left hold that many
Well,
possums.
if we're waiting for our ship to come back in, the Love Cookie, we can take them somewhere, have them camp out outside of the city, and then the Love Cookie can take them because we're here for the duration.
Okay. You gather that packed to the rafters, the Love Cookie could possibly hold 30 of them.
Then we make 3 trips. Just make sure it's not far.
Can't we just take them out to the forest somewhere?
I still...
Just
Yeah.
let them
I
go
think
free.
Are you suggesting
super
that we...
complicated.
No, I'm not saying
It's-
this is not a metaphor. This is just like temporarily move them to the to somewhere, safe, not too
so
far
long
outside
as
of.
they don't hurt the forest, I'm okay with this.
They seem to be fine before.
12 is here, and it's like, we would never hurt the forest. It helps us and keeps us safe.
I'm going to hug 12.
Aw. Of course, he doesn't actually say this. He sort of
He squeaks
screeches
it.
it,
He
and,
squeaks it.
and squeaks it.
Okay, so that's fine. They can live in the forest, and
Do
there's
possums eat
a lot of
bees?
forest.
Do what?
What's wrong
Do
with the bees?
possums eat bees?
Occasionally.
We eat a
Hope, how
lot
do you
of
feel
fleas and
about that?
ticks.
I mean, we kind of eat what?
I'm asking
We eat a
Hope how
lot of-
she feels about that.
Ticks. And,
I mean, the real problem isn't the, bees eventually getting caught. It's that the food that they depend on is getting destroyed.
What's going on with the bees?
Oh, she hands you a zine that is adorable about the local mason bee and its entire life cycle and how it's being outcompeted for resources by an imported honeybee that's used to add an additional crop off of the back of greenberries, because mason bees are actually really good pollinators, but they don't make honey.
Okay, so what we're saying is we need to get the possums farming food that the honeybees can, that the mason bees can eat in the forest.
And she reaches into her pocket and pulls out some seeds. I have some.
Perfect. I can make them grow. It's fine.
And she hands you just a whole bunch of various like wildflower
Do I
seeds.
recognize them?
There's dandelions, there's milkweed, there's
Oh, so it's like weed seeds kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can find a clearing
And-
to grow these. This is no problem.
and you know that to gather this, she had to spend a lot of time out there in the fields.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Gilly will absolutely start.
What are the type of seeds that I use on my shield?
I have an idea, she
Oh,
says.
good. Oh, good.
So my dad has a scarf that makes him into a skeleton, but it doesn't have to be a skeleton.
Okay.
So you could use that to get the little babies out.
Oh,
Because
and I
they
put
could-
it on.
Yeah, if you put it on, you would be something else, or if they put it on, they could be. It's basically a scarf of disguised self.
Well, I can take multiple at a time, so if I put it on, it would be quicker.
Yeah, that seems like a really good idea. I mean, it is mental torture, personally speaking, to go inside you, but beggars can't be choosers.
that is a burn.
I personally, I really still.
I
mean,
asked
I'm
12,
going along
is
with
it
all of
mental
this,
torture?
But I still don't quite see the point
12
of
is like,
going
I mean-
to do this.
Money.
As long as it's
And it makes
it's
it
fine.
easier to
And I was in a
solve our
cage
other
for a
issue.
while, and that was worse. But I didn't know anything about
Judgment.
it's.
Are you?
They're already in cages.
I guess.
I'm very self-serving, if that's your question.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
well, this
That's
is like the
my
most
whole
money
thing.
that we've ever been offered for anything.
I mean, I haven't been offered necessarily.
Yes, you have.
You've
Well, yeah,
explained
now
it to
I
me.
have.
You
Steph
haven't-
has the tablet.
you haven't
that
told
has
her how
the
much.
thing.
Yeah, you
and it's
haven't
like
told me how much. You've just said, well,
3,000 each.
3,000
1,200.
each.
That's quite a bit of money.
That is quite a bit of money. I could do a lot of good with
Dude,
that.
what sort of seeds do I produce?
You produce sunflower seeds.
I hold out my hand and like a load of seeds appear in it, like in Spirited Away when No Face holds out his hand and a load of gold comes up.
Yeah.
And I say, would these seeds work for the bees?
She looks at him closely. Are these? She looks at him closely. These are sunflower seeds. Yeah, these will help.
Okay. I can produce as much of these as you need.
You can produce 30 liters a day, which is a lot.
Jesus Christ.
As much as you need.
Step, when we go out into the forest, feel free
3
to
buckets full.
secrete as many seeds as
Okay.
you can. In a little
I
trail.
will spread my seed all over the forest.
Gilly
I
feels
can see
vaguely
it now.
soiled.
Step standing into the sunlight in the clearing in the forest, just turning around and just spilling sunflower seeds all over the floor. Oh,
All right.
Okay.
So Hope goes, is that the plan?
Yes, that's one of the plans. We can solve like 2 birds, 1 stone kind of deal.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll go get my dad's scarf.
Thank you.
Two
She goes
bees,
and
one
fetches
stone.
that. She brings it back. Step spends the next hour attuning to it so that he can use it.
Yay!
Okay.
Progression.
And that is where we end our session for today.
Woo!
Marissa, where can people find you?
You can find me on Mastodon at radical.town.
Cleo, where can people find you?
You can find me at Zombie Cleo on the YouTubes.
Will, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitch at KirbyXOX.
Lisa, where can people find you?
I would love to see our listeners join my stream sometime. And if they want to know how to reach out to me and find me, they can do so via my website, superlisa.nl.
I'm dewtroid, and I do this mostly. Our music is by Ian Stalker. We crave validation and appreciate any feedback you can leave. Also, tell your friends.
You talk to their arseholes?
Welcome to episode 26 of Skippable Cutscenes. Gotta have everyone introduce themselves. I need to do that again.